Hi everyone, I want to give you a bit of an update for October to let you know what is going on here. So first of all, we are in the Fresh Identity season. We're well on the way. So this season is all about the experiment with this new format and I'm enjoying it. I think it works really well for you guys. I haven't made as many videos as I would have liked to give you some idea of what goes on in the container. There are a couple on a playlist on YouTube called Fresh Identity, but I want to do a few more. I want to tell you about things like what happens when you're experiencing resistance, for example, or the fact that those self-development journeys are very much like pilgrimages. There is the way there, whatever there is for you and whatever your intentions are, but there is also the way back. And I want to do a few videos on this, which I will add to the playlist. But that's what's happening with Fresh Identity. It is well underway for this autumn season. Next thing I wanted to tell you about, yes, is the Journaling Your Way course. It is out at last. It took me a lot longer than I thought to create this course for all manners of reasons, but it is there at last. So I'm really pleased to have created this course because to me, my work, as you know, is about self-development. It's about you stepping into the fullness of who you are, being the highest version of yourself. And in my opinion, journaling is one of those basic tools. You know, it's like the screwdriver in your toolbox. That's the absolute basis. And it's not necessarily taught properly, in my opinion. So that's what this course is about. There will be a link near this video about the information page. The thrust of the course is really in three sections. Part one is about giving you a full picture of what the mechanics of journaling are about, the why, the how, the when, and it is that understanding of knowing these bits that need to be in place so that you can align completely your journaling with your intentions and your growth. Part two of the course is an exploration of styles of journaling. I hear so often that journaling is boring, and it's not. It doesn't have to be. I hear also that people tell me they don't like to write, and journals don't have to be in writing. So part two of the course is about debunking a whole load of ideas and really exploring how rich and varied journaling can be. And then there's kind of a part three in the course if you want, which is that you have the opportunity to do a one-to-one session with me so we can really hone in on your current journaling needs, because clearly you're not going to take this course in isolation. You're doing it for a purpose, and it might be accompanying a therapy, it might be a self-development program that you're on, or it might be your own personal growth, but you will have intentions and objectives behind your journaling. And we can really fine-tune your journaling approach right from the when you journal and what flow you're finding through to, as I just said, the style of your journaling, from verbal to visual to kinesthetic to auditory. And we can really fine-tune that in that session together. So if you're interested in the course, there will be also a link to the information page near this video. And I will link also the playlist for various other little snippets on journaling that I've put on various little videos. That's Journaling Your Way. What else is going on? We have, yes, in the previous update, I had told you that one of my objectives and intentions for this season was to experiment with videos. Well, I'm really enjoying that. I have done some different formats on YouTube. I have done some different formats on Instagram. I have played around with things that are formal or less formal, or doing things as I went and on the fly. It is fun. I was going to say it has been fun, but it's far from over. So I'm really enjoying that. It's great fun. And I have a few more things I want to do. So I want to try and do some live sessions with you guys. I'll put some information mostly on Instagram about those. So if you are following me on other platforms, I suggest you head over to Instagram if you use it to join me there, because that's where the most of the material is, excuse me, other than on YouTube. And it would be nice to see you in the live so that you can participate in it with me. I'd love to hear your questions, and I'll tell you more about it in the next few days and weeks. So that's for this experiment on videos. On that point though, I also want to encourage you to do the same. Play if you're trying to do something new. I am loving this particular intention for the season because I love to play. I love to have fun. I love to experiment. And I think it's a really great approach to learning new skills. I feel that we can all, particularly as we get older, feel that we need to have everything sewn up and lose the joy of experimenting and of learning. And I really like this approach that is very playful, very light, and it means being comfortable with not being necessarily all perfect. And my videos are certainly not perfect at all, but I don't mind. It doesn't matter. Actually, I enjoy it. It is part of the process. And no matter what, I'm prepared to put these videos out there, whether they're slick or not, because it's just part of my growth, my journey, and my development. So whatever you are trying as a new skill, a new thing you want to develop, a new ability or whatever, I really encourage you to be playful with it. Just have fun. Just enjoy the experimentation. Don't just go for the results. Just enjoy the process. A few other things I want to tell you. What have I got? Yes, I have a couple more things that have come up in the last few weeks that I want to talk to you about. It's thoughts about new projects going forward in the new year. So one of them is about my fellow coaches and fellow practitioners, therapists and mentors. Here is the idea. Excuse my throat, I've got a cold coming. So, in the UK at least, if you are a therapist, you have to have supervision, which means that on a regular basis, therapists need to go into therapy. That's part of the requirements of their insurance and their general accreditation. Unfortunately, this does not translate in the same way for mentors and coaches. And I have been really aware of that gap for quite some time. So I want to run something past you. And I know there are quite a few coaches following me on the various platforms. Is there appetite and need for particular support for you guys as practitioners, as coaches, as mentors? What I have in mind is twofold. Do you want some specific sessions or specific courses for you? For example, there is this Journaling Your Way course going on at the moment, and that's for anyone who is looking to elevate their journaling. But is there appetite for you guys to do something about how you use journaling, not just for yourself, but for your clients, to understand how you can tailor things to your clients' needs, to understand in yourself what forms of journaling you might be resistant to that might hamper the experience of your clients and challenge their access to the practice and its benefits? You see what I mean? That kind of idea, which is about really zeroing on the needs of you as a therapist or as a guide or as a mentor in the courses that I already produce. The other idea I have is, you know that I have my Fresh Identity container, which is a seasonal container for, again, anyone who wants to grow into the higher version of themselves. But is there a need for something that's specific for you guys as practitioners? Is there appetite for some specific one-to-one programs, or is there appetite for some sort of group gathering so that you can chew on specific questions and I can facilitate this? Let me know. Drop me a line or drop me a comment below this video. Let me know if there is interest in it. I am kind of gauging things at the moment, and if there is, that's something we could organize for the new year. Something else is coming up, which is completely different, radically a different story. Some of you know that I love all things herbal. I am an aromatherapist. I am a herbalist. Aromatherapist, I am trained. Herbalist, I have learned myself. And I have been asked a lot of questions about herbs and about how to use them and what I do in the garden and what I do with plants in general. Is there more interest for this kind of videos and this kind of contents on the various platforms? I'm very happy to put stuff out there if that's what people are interested in. Let me know what you would like to see, what contents you would like to see. At this point, I'm not looking particularly at creating courses, although the idea was mentioned. It might come, and I've got plenty of material that I could put out there, but give me some idea of what you would want to see of the rest of what I do, really. You know me, I'm all about authentic living. So whatever parts of my authenticity journey you want to see, I'm very happy to share. Just let me know what you're interested in. That's pretty much it in terms of updates for this fine October. Last thing I want to say is, if you want to work with me between now and the end of the year, of course, if you're in the Fresh Identity program, that continues. And if you are going on the Journaling Your Way course, I will see you in the associated one-to-one session. The other way is to have a one-off session with me. You will find it under the term of Reset, and I'll put a link to it in the description below the video. These are one-off sessions of an hour, so there is no commitment. It's simply a place for you to come when you just need to settle, chew the cud, be given some no-nonsense prompts. You know what I do, you know my energy. If you think that there is anything that is bugging you and you want an hour to unpack and get some perspective on it, book a one-off session, and I'll see you in there. That's pretty much all I have to say for this time. I hope you have a fantastic autumn and that you enjoy the forthcoming fun with Halloween and then Thanksgiving and everything that's coming. I am hoping to do another update before the end of the year. That's it from me. Bye for now.